Minglaba. Welcome to the Doh Athan Our Voice podcast, produced by Frontier Myanmar. To mark International Women's Day on March the 8th, we present the experiences and aspirations of a female volunteer medic in Sagaing Region. Since the coup, amid the conflict and the ever-present threat of airstrikes, she has provided healthcare to members of the People's Defence Forces and the internally displaced.
I was at
the hospital in front of the ward where patient caregivers stay. I want to unplug my phone from the charger. I didn't hear the aircraft approaching. We only realized when we heard the explosion. When we turned to look, everything had gone dark. We couldn't see a thing. When I looked up, that's when I saw the aircraft. As soon as we realized it was a plane, we threw ourselves into a nearby ditch and took over. After a while, we realized that was the end of the air raid. We jumped on his motorcycle and fled to a safer place.
Nin Yu Lang arrived in the forest about 5 months after the military coup. She was just 19. She was given medical training and began working as a medic. She had always aspired to be a nurse and wanted to contribute to the revolution. She has now been serving in this role for more than 4 years.
When
we fled to the edge of the village, people were running in panic from the village. Some were crying, some were shouting. It was chaos. They told us, "Miss, many people in the hospital are dead, their bodies torn apart. The clinic is also on fire." I didn't know what to do. Then someone said one of our team members may have died. They had seen blood. Some villagers told us it was too dangerous to go back because the aircraft might return. Many people were injured. So we went back to the place to where the bomb has landed to check on the patients. We took the survivors and those we could help into the forest and treated them there as best we could, even performing surgery where necessary.
In the airstrike, 8 locals were killed and 30 were injured. Despite fearing the return of the fighter bomber, surviving medical staff continued treating the wounded.
It was evening and already getting dark. I was terrified. I kept thinking that if the plane bombed us again, we wouldn't survive. There were so many patients and their family members were there too. People were crying and shouting. It felt like the end of the world. I didn't know whether I should run to check the patients or grab my bag and run if the plane came again. I just put on my gloves, carried my small bag, and kept treating the patients. I couldn't run away. If I didn't treat them, there would be no one else to do it. I was afraid, but I just couldn't leave them behind.
Over the past 5 years of the revolution, she witnessed many tragic events. In 2023, her village was shelled, killing her elder brother.
Our village was shelled almost daily. One time, a shell unexpectedly landed in front of our house. My cousin's stomach was torn open. He was killed instantly. I didn't see it myself because I was in another place. I didn't even see his body. My grandmother was also injured. Both of her arms had to be amputated. I kept thinking that if I had been there, maybe I could have saved him. But in reality, I probably wouldn't have been able to.
When her village was shelled, she was assisting a doctor during surgery. She had no idea what had happened outside. As the operation continued, wounded patients began arriving. She feared her family were among them. When she finally stepped outside, she saw that her grandmother had been injured. She comes from a family of 4, including a younger brother. Her father works as a labourer and her mother sells goods at the market. Although her family is poor, she was determined to resist the military dictatorship. And, despite the hardships, she volunteered as a medic. Women in the revolution also face additional challenges. Nin Yu Lang is often excluded from frontline missions because people assume women cannot endure the hardships.
မျိုးသမီးဆိုပြီးကြုံရတဲ့အခက်အခဲဆိုရင်တော့ဒီဘက်မှာကျတော့
I want to do as much as I possibly can. I want to go to the front lines and help. If I could go there, maybe I could save more people. But when it comes to combat situations, men are generally considered more capable of enduring the hardship. Women are seen as being at greater risk. Because of that, we're rarely allowed to go. It's at times like that, I think that if I were a man, I'd be able to go.
For Ninyu Lang, she's committed to the revolution. There is no turning back. Leaving her family, she has given everything to the cause. At times, she feels discouraged, but during those moments, she reads books or searches for articles online to strengthen her resolve.
စစ်မြေပြင်မှာပဲဖြစ်ဖြစ်တခြားနယ်ပယ်အသီးသီးမှာပဲဖြစ်ဖြစ်ပေါ့နော်တာဝန်ထမ်းဆောင်
To all women serving on the battlefield or working in different areas, and to young women facing difficulties like me, please don't lose hope. If you feel discouraged, remember that you're not the only one going through this. Everyone is facing hardships during this period. Please stay strong and don't lose your heart.
Now, the temporary hospital where she works urgently needs medical supplies. They're also seeking support for an X-ray machine.
ဖြစ်ချင်တဲ့ဆိုင်လားဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့ညကကျတော့ကျောင်းသူဖြစ်တဲ့အတွက်
One day, I hope to return to school and finish my studies. I want to earn a degree so I can make my parents proud. When the revolution ends, and if the hospital is stay here, I would love to keep working and help as much as I can.
Thank you for listening to the Doh Athan podcast, produced by Frontier Myanmar. You can access and listen to our Doh Athan programs on the Frontier Myanmar website, Facebook page, as well as on SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, and Telegram. We will bring you this program every 2 weeks, so please don't forget to subscribe to the Doh Athan page.